Welcome back, dear viewers, and now we're joined by a very special person, Sabyasachi Sengupta, the world champion of public speaking. Good evening, Sabi. It's such a pleasure to have you here on Hala Kuwait.
Thank you so much. It's my honor to be here. Thank you so much for welcoming me.
You're most welcome. And recently you told me that you just came to Kuwait and it's your first visit. So how did you find it?
So far I'm loving it. It's so nice. It's been 2.5 days. I've met a lot of wonderful people, been to the towers, the Kuwait towers, made amazing pictures from the top of 120th floor, great views, and I think the weather has been so fantastic. I'm just loving every moment. Good vibes, good food, good people. I feel very home here in Kuwait. So
yeah, that's very great to hear that you're enjoying, and as you know, Kuwait is your second home here. So therefore, we would love to know more about yourself. Would you give us a brief background about yourself, and how did you win, or how did you go to the World Championship of Public Speaking?
It's a long story. It starts, I was born in Kolkata in India, and when I was 18 I moved to Mumbai to study, do my college, and I was, you know, if you see my professional trajectory, I've studied economics, I've studied finance, so I was working in banks. That was my normal journey. But there was a part of me that really loved the stage. So when I was young, I participated in debate. Well, not voluntarily, because my brother really pushed me into it. He convinced me, cajoled me to do debates, and I really started liking it. So when I was in college, I did a lot of presentations, debates. Also, I loved it. But when I moved in 2010, I moved to the Netherlands to do my master's in business economics. I was so lonely there. Like, suddenly I had so many friends in India and I had zero friends. It was cold, the weather was different. I felt very lonely. So my elder brother told me, why don't you go to this place called like Public Speaking Club, which is where you might meet people you love and they, you know, you connect. And yes, that's how I joined. And I learned public speaking. I started training people, coaching people, and that's been a great journey. And then yes, yearly I take part into these public speaking competitions. I think every year around 30 to 40,000 people take part into this public speaking competition. And this year I had the chance to be in Philadelphia, to be among the top 28 people, and then from 28 to 8 in the finals. And yes, I won the World Championship, and then it's been crazy nice, and I'm overwhelmed, overjoyed, and I've received so much love from all over the world. Never expected something like this, but it's so amazing.
Yes, that's very actually nice to hear that you won the World Championship. It's such an honor for you to be here on Hala Kuwait and representing all the public speakers. I'm sure you have some advice for them. So what's a golden advice would you give anybody that's into public speaking?
I think I have a list of lots of advices, so let me cherry pick the ones that I think are most important. As a speaker, I think there is no substitute to energy. So if you're an energetic speaker, you naturally connect with your audience, because, you know, audience can be tired, they may have a long day, they may not have the best day. But if you come across with a good energy, you definitely grab your audience's attention. I think that's one advice. It's a very low-hanging fruit. We forget sometimes, especially when I've seen leaders do public speaking. There is a little, you know, mundane way they present, but a little energy takes a long way, and it helps to connect between the speech and speaker and the audience. So put some more energy. If your energy levels when you give a speech is here, take it a little higher, and next speech a little higher, and see the magic unfold.
It is definitely, as you said, magic unfolding on stage. And we also want to ask you that when you were on stage on the grand finals of the public speaking, what was going through your mind?
You know, I have tried to be, have like what you call detachment from the outcome, because I cannot influence. To win a competition that high stake, the judges need to like you, the audience needs to like you, the other contestants needs to, you don't know what they're going to talk about. So I focused on what is just on my hand, the 7.5 minutes to give a good speech, entertain my audience. We sometimes forget that nervousness and excitement are the exact same emotion. Only thing is we think of a different outcome. When we are excited, we think something good will happen. When we are nervous, we think something bad's going to happen. So imagine if you take away that fear of outcome, whether I'll win or lose, you can easily turn that nervousness into excitement. So if you see my speech, the moment my name is announced, I could feel the pulses in my body. My heart was racing, but I was so excited I ran to the stage. And these are things that are not planned. These are just, you know, your body is doing things that you didn't know you're capable of.
Yes.
I think that was the beauty of detaching from the outcome. I was not there to win. I was not there to impress. I was just there to perform to the best of my ability. And the rest is history.
All right, and you mentioned a little bit about your journey going into public speaking. You joined some clubs, some divisions, and you met a lot of communities there. What made you chase it in a serious matter?
Very early on in my life, I just felt when I'm on stage, I have a certain power. So when I was 17, 18, I remember, so in school I was not the most popular kid. I was quite thin, small, quite bullied. I didn't have a lot of friends. But I remember that one particular day, I was 17 and we were given topics to prepare and give a speech for 5 minutes. And that age, nobody takes people seriously. Your friends are like booing you, they don't want to listen. But the moment I started speaking, I felt I had everybody's attention.
Yes.
I had everybody's respect. And when I finished, they all applauded. After me, the cool kid went to speak and nobody was listening to him. Everybody booed him. I felt the power of words, how much magic one can create with words, and how, you know, you can transform your own presence, your leadership, your confidence level when you master this one skill. And this is that one single skill that has helped me time and again in my personal life, in my professional life, in every sphere, even talking to strangers. It's that one skill that has always helped me. Even now talking to you,
Yes.
being on a TV set, it is nerve-wracking. But this is the skill that gives me that confidence that I will make sense and I will say something that helps others in their journey.
Definitely. And do you think there is a message for you to deliver on TV or to the public as Sabi?
I would say, you know how they say dance like no one's watching?
Okay.
And sing like everyone is listening? Speak like everyone is watching. Every moment you get on stage or you get any moment to present your idea or be on stage, do it like your life depends on it. Do it with the same preparation, perseverance, dedication, and there is no substitute to stage time. Even if there's 2 people listening or 1,000 people listening or 10,000 people listening, go with the same preparation, dedication, and in that way you train yourself. And that's why I say speak like everyone is listening. The whole world is your audience.
Yes.
Do it with that confidence and that preparation.
Definitely. Nice messages for us, and I'm sure our dear viewers are enjoying a lot.
Thank you.
So Sabi, some major turning points that happened to you in your life, or some challenges that made you actually really good at public speaking?
I think one was definitely when I mentioned being, small, thin child who couldn't defend himself. Well, all my friends at that age were growing like trees, and I was still the small kid. The only thing I had was words. Words were my, armor. And also professionally, I think once I moved to the Netherlands after I graduated, when I was in the job market to look for jobs, and even if in a banking, finance world, the moment I said I do public speaking, you can see the light bulb, because this is not something a lot of professionals like to do. They're afraid of public speaking, in fact. And that always gave me a good head start ahead of, so once I remember 2013, when I was almost on the brink of losing my residency in the Netherlands, I got rehired, and one of the things I did say in the interview was, I love public speaking. I do it every week. I practice it. I get better at it. I train others. And it's so simple, but of course it's one thing to say it, and it's one thing to also walk the talk. So when I speak, people also see that, okay, this person is comfortable in a group setting. And that always has helped me, given me that head start, given me that footing on the door professionally many times. And there's so many such turning point moments that it like I said, it has been life-changing for me, public speaking.
All right, some challenges that you overcame eventually, and is there a moment that you thought that you would take this public speaking and give it up?
Oh, I will give up public speaking. Ooh, I think I would say 2013, there was a moment, the same competition, but that was in a much, it was in the Netherlands, so less audience, 100 people, and I didn't win. I was very, very disappointed with myself, and I thought, you know what, I'm done. I'm never going to win. The people better than me, I'm not good enough. Everyone's better. The way they speak, the way they articulate, I'm never going to win. So that's when I thought, you know what, this is it. I'm never going to continue with it.
And how did you push past it?
You know, in moments of doubt, it's good to have great friends. I have wonderful friends in the Netherlands. They were like, you know, they let me be for a few days, and then they are like, no, let's take you to perform. Let's take you to somewhere to speak. And once you're on stage, you rekindle with that love for stage, and yeah, then you want to do it again and again. And I think that was the only period, 2013, when I felt like I'm not going to do this anymore.
Yeah.
But once that I was rekindled again with my stage in 2014, there was never a looking back moment for me.
All right, beautiful circle of friends you have. I'm sure you want to dedicate something for them in life later on, because they actually helped you and put you back on stage, which is amazing to have you here as a champion.
Yes, I am very, very fortunate. I think my friends have been very, very, because I think one of the things that we forget sometimes, especially in a creative journey, public speaking, sports or anything, is yes, you have mentors who help you shape it, make your speech perfect, give you that authenticity, help you give a great speech. But then you need something called emotional support, because it's a very vulnerable process. Not every day you will have your A game. Not every day you will be the best. Not every day you will win. So in moments of self-doubts and days when you want to quit, it is so important to have emotional support, people who encourage you, who know how to pull you back when you're feeling low. I'm very fortunate to have that support system, because so many times I have reached out, I found myself at the, at the nadir of confidence and not wanting to go on stage again. But thanks to these wonderful friends, they've been able to pick me up and give me that emotional support. Today I stand confident, but they have seen me cry. They have seen me doubt. They have seen me wanting to quit. And those words, those secrets stay with them, but they gave that emotional support and safe space for me to voice it out.
All right, and as you said, you mentioned something about your childhood, that you were skinny and being bullied, and then you found yourself public speaking, and you found all the confidence and the liking of the public.
Yes.
But is there a moment in your life that have really impacted you to stay on stage and continue your goals and ambitions in life?
I think 2015, I was also participating in this, also in a public speaking competition, and it was in Portugal. I gave a great, it was a speech evaluation. I gave a great one. I won it, but it's not the winning. Funny thing is, I have a great friend and a mentor figure, Florian. He's from Spain, and Florian walked up to me, right, and he said, so Sabi, what do you do for a living? I said, I work for a bank. You're wasting your life. You're a born speaker. You are a born speaker, and you need to do speaking for a living. And you know, you think this is one of those conversations people will forget, because he moved to his country, I moved back. But the next days he followed up, he called me, he was like, let's buy your domain name, let's get you into teaching public speaking, because that's your destiny. Sometimes, like it was a hobby, and to make it a profession, I needed a leap of faith. And for me, Florian was that person who just pushed me very hard in that direction, and gave me that license, the freedom to dream, Yes. I think that's what, I would say that was definitely a life-changing moment for me, 2015.
All right. So that was like 10 years ago, and you still remember it till today.
Yes. Some of those conversations, they just never leave you, right? It's such a simple conversation, and it came from a person I always respected as a speaker and as a trainer. And they seeing something in you, they seeing a spark in you that you know, but you ignore it. And yeah, I'm very grateful that that he took the time to push me, and not just in that moment, in the following days also.
All right, so that's very nice to hear that you had actual friends that really benefited you in 2015 and 2023, as you said.
And 2025, even now, every moment, I think that's always there.
That's very nice to hear. So, dear viewers, we shall take a quick break with this report and we will continue with our very special guest, so stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers, and we're still with Sabyasachi Sengupta, the world champion of public speaking. It's such a good pleasure to have you here on Hala Kuwait, giving us advice and everything related to public speaking.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Therefore, what mindset techniques, Sabi, do you have when you perform in a high-pressure event?
A couple of mindsets. I think that's I have learned from my mentors, and one is, like I already mentioned, about having the detachment from the outcome, because you cannot control what the judges will do, how the audience might react. You can always think of it. You can have a, like, you know, when it's a laughter moment, but you know,
Yes.
My speech was a funny speech. Now, when it comes to humor, or even emotions actually in a speech, you never know how the audience might react. You might have a little ha-ha or it'll like ha-ha-ha, but you have to quickly adapt. So besides detachment, I would say adaptability, because based on how your audience is reacting, how the mood is of the room, you have to adapt as a speaker. And you have to, like, it's almost like driving when you're on the road. You look at everything. You look straight, but you're taking cues from everything around and incorporating that in your speed, in your momentum. Public speaking is like that. You sense the mood and the energy of your audience, even though you cannot see them sometimes. Like most of the time, it's a dark room. I can't even see any person.
You just see the lights on the top.
You just see the lights flashing right in your face, but you can sense the energy.
Yeah.
You know, you can hear the reactions. And reacting to their reaction, I spoke about that a couple of days back, that as a speaker, when you can break that fourth wall with your audience, you can react to their reaction, you build that bonding with your audience, where now they want you to win. They're not judging you, they are with you. They are, you know, you have broken that hierarchy between a speaker and the audience. I think that's definitely a mindset to make them part of your narrative. It's not just, I have a speech and I'm going to download it. It's, I have a speech, come, let's do it together. I think that is a mindset really helps. So detachment, adaptability, and breaking that fourth wall with your audience.
All right. And Sabi, you mentioned a little bit of things about the growth in public speaking, what you gain after being a performer or speaking in public and in events and actually winning competitions. But from your experience, what do you advise people who are willing to go to public speaking, and how can it benefit them in a professional career or a personal career?
I think tremendously, because public speaking is one skill through which, as a leader, you can develop your executive presence. You can have that aura, you know, you can have that presence that people actually admire, respect, and it comes with your words. It's not just, and public speaking is not just about the words you say. It's how you stand, how you use your hands, what your face is doing when you're speaking. It's the overall package. It's the stories you tell. It's the emotional connection you build.
Yes.
And when you master that, you can build that executive presence where when you can command a room. And the one thing that nobody talks about in public speaking, when you master public speaking, you build an And the one thing that nobody talks about in public speaking, when you master public speaking, you build an inherent quality of reading the room. You walk into a room, even room filled with strangers, in few seconds you will know immediately how the room is feeling and how you need to speak to you know, tailor the audience. Sometimes when we do public speaking in a competition, maybe the speaker before me has given a very emotional speech, the audience is crying, and I come up with a very funny speech. While I'm standing waiting my name to be announced, I am looking and trying to understand the energy of the room. If I see they are smiling and jovial, you know, it's the feeling. I can start the way I want to start, but if I feel they are in a different headspace,
Yes.
by the first line I say, I will get that feeling, and then I have to slowly pull them towards me. You cannot force them with the humor. So, and there's no way to learn that thing, but the more you speak, the more stage time you have, the more number of times you are facing an audience, you will learn to read the room. And that, I think, as a leader, for example, like so many leaders who give town halls, who speak at big forums, often don't know what the room is feeling. And I recently spoke about this, as you know, your team members may be asking you the same question, but sometimes they're asking for clarity and sometimes they're asking for comfort. Tell me it's going to be fine. when you master public speaking, you know the difference, and you can comfort them when they need that, and you can give them clarity and more details when they're asking for that. They're not going to use different words, but it is just the you know, the way they are asking, the way they are behaving, you will understand it if you you know, submerge yourself into the world of public speaking.
Definitely beautiful advice there. For me also, Sabi, this is such an important message. I'm going to take it too, because I'm also speaking to the public, and sometimes, as you said, you have to read the room, right?
Absolutely.
That's really important.
Exactly.
Yes. What about that, dear viewers? Sabi is here to give us advice all about public speaking if you're willing to pursue it. So therefore, Sabi, what are the biggest misconceptions for people that are willing to go to public speaking?
I think the biggest misconception many of us have is the speakers that you look on stage, like or a TED speech or a big on YouTube, or those big leaders that you have seen on live, you think they are not nervous. Trust me, everybody is nervous. Everybody is nervous. Everybody is shaking a few minutes before the speech. The difference is they have learned to control their nervous reaction. What I mean by that is, my nervous reaction that while doing public speaking, I found out is when I'm nervous, I speak very, very fast. I can like go like a bullet train. And sometimes with my accent, especially if I'm speaking to a room in Europe, they don't understand my accent. My entire message is lost on them.
Okay.
So I noticed this is my nervous reaction. So I've worked, I have done vocal exercises, I've taken voice acting, singing classes, so that I can control my voice, I can articulate better. So when I'm nervous, my nervous reaction doesn't show. So yes, when you see those great leaders, whether live or on television, you think they are not nervous. I can guarantee they are nervous. Only thing is they have learned to control their nervous reaction. And as someone with ambition in public speaking, that's the first thing you need to do, self-reflect. What is your nervous reaction? Some people close off, some people put hands in the pocket, some you know, touch their shoulder awkwardly. I do that as well. These are all nervous reaction. Watch yourself on video, understand this is my reaction, this is what I do when I'm nervous. Now the next speech, consciously not do that. The nerves will be there. Nerves are here to help you. They are your friends, they are not your enemies. So make friends with your nerves, control your nervous reaction, and like I always say, watch the magic unfold.
Definitely. And Sabi, now you talked about some nerves. How do you overcome it as Sabi, from your experience talking to the public on stage? I'm sure you get a lot of adrenaline rush. How do you overcome it so fast?
I'm going to be nervous till my name is announced and I'm on stage. Once I'm there, those 7-10 minutes is blanked out. It's like I have no memory what is going on. I am me, my craft, my audience, the stage, that's all matters. Then nothing matters. The few things that has helped me contain nervousness, first is of course breathing exercise, making deep breathing, 4 rounds breathing, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. That automatically calms down. The other thing is the fake smile exercise. So I can try it with you. Yes, keep the smile on. Keep the smile. And now keep smiling. Can you think of something bad? Can you keep smiling? Show me the smile.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Can you think of something bad?
Not really.
That's the thing. When we fake that smile, your brain cannot process any other emotion, even nervousness. So I do this 30 seconds before I want to go on stage to feel that happy, feel that energy, and that helps me in my performance. The other thing is, and this is something I used in 2025, if you see my speech on YouTube, there are a lot of mistakes. It's not by any means the perfect public speaking speech that's without any flaws. But perfection is overrated. Your audience is not here to you know, do a fishbone analysis, this not correct, this is not correct. They are here to be entertained. So don't aim to be perfect, aim to be entertaining.
Hopefully.
That helps.
Inshallah. And thank you so much, Sabi, for being here. I would like to hear from you a last word for our dear viewers today.
I would say enjoy public speaking, because I can tell you from personal experience, when you fall in love with the stage gives you so much in return, that if it can turn a shy, skinny person like me into a confident public speaker, it can do so much magic to all of us. Just surrender to the process and watch the magic unfold.
Thank you so much for your beautiful messages, and thank you so much for being here on Hala Kuwait as the world champion of public speaking.
Thank you so much. It's been my honor.
You're most welcome. The honor is ours. So, dear viewers, let's all thank the coming of Sabyasachi Sengupta, the world champion of public speaking, to Hala Kuwait. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And therefore, dear viewers, we shall go to a report and we will be back, so stay tuned.